Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Elemental Storm here. We're looking at top 5 reasons to play the Banner Saga. Now, the Banner Saga is a game that's created by Stoic, and it's published by Versus Evil. It's on, let's see, Xbox One, PS4, Android, iOS. It's coming to Vita later on. PC, of course. It started on early access, and it is an amazing game. It's a tactical role-playing game which has single player, and I guess in PC it has multiplayer, so hopefully maybe for the PS4 and the Xbox One we'll bring some multiplayer over here and stuff like that. But it is a tactical RPG with all kinds of good things to it, like choices and really good combat, beautiful settings, amazing music. And so let's get right into it anyway, though. This is top 5 reasons to play. This is the Banner Saga. Let's start with number 1, which is the settings and the music. Now, the settings and the music is really well done. The music itself is, which I have right here, is done by Austin Wintory, and it features Maluka. For those who know her, she's done the music off of The Dragonborn Comes and stuff like that, and she's also now part of this soundtrack, which is amazing. Also, Peter Hollins, which is an amazing singer, has also contributed to this. Johan Sigurdsson, I don't know too much of his work, but hopefully I'm going to look into it. And violinist Taylor Davis, which also it's just amazing all around. Now, the setting itself is also really done good because on top of this, as you can see here, where right now we're standing at a god stone and stuff like that, which are these various stones of the very different gods, which have all died and have caused this sort of Ragnarok situation and stuff like that. What they do is they kind of pan out, and we're going to get that in just a moment here. It's going to load itself up, and we're going to get to see it and stuff. But as you can see right here, the artwork is amazing, and in just a second here, you can see the background. What they do is they pan out, and they show you this beautiful scene as your banner goes flying off in the wind. And yeah, here we go right here. And as you can see, it just basically like pans itself out, has this really nice looking scene with mountains in the background, forest, all kinds of things. Now, I'm a very big Celtic and Norse fan, so this game called to me right off the bat. And when I saw these backgrounds, I was just like, oh, this is amazing. But anyway, that's number 1. Let's go to number 2, which is characters. Now, the characters in this game are great. They all have their own individual stories. You have the different races, almost you would say, which are basically like the Varl, which are the big looking Vikings with the horns, and they're like giants. They almost look like giant dwarves, I guess you would say, in their own right, but they carry their shields and big swords and everything like that. Then you have the humans. One of the main characters, Rook, reminds me a lot of like Tannis from Dragonlance, a little bit of Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. He has his own style and everything like that. Very kick-ass beard and and stuff of that nature. Like I said, they have very Norse, very Celtic look to them too, which is really cool. And you have all these different. Then you have the enemies, which are called the Dredge. It's just these black armored beings and stuff, and they're very, very cool. So the characters are really well done. They all have their own individual storylines. They come from different areas and stuff, which is awesome. And then they kind of just like all meet up in the middle, and you get to it's really good. I don't want to spoil anything, of course. So that's number 2. Let's go to number 3. Now, Stoic really went beyond by putting this lore together, building this world and stuff. It seems they took a lot of Norse and Celtic ideas and stuff, and they kind of put it together into this like mishmash of this game. And they built it up. They kind of put a little bit of Ragnarok in there. They had these gods that, as you can tell, some of them definitely remind me of the Norse gods and whatnot, but they're different in their own right. So they have their own lore style and everything, but they built this beautiful world with like mountains and ice and forest and everything like that. And just it's some really good stuff. There's a nice surprise also in the game, but I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's definitely something you'll be able to tell, especially for those who know the Norse culture and things of that nature. It's pretty awesome, to say the least. Then you've got the map right here. I apologize for the long loading screen. This actually should be going at some point here. Kick in! Kick in! Did you get paused? Did you stop? What did you do here? You're ruining my video? There we go. Okay, anyway. Raw stuff, what can you say? But anyway, yeah, so as you can see here, you can go to the various map. You can go to the map and check out all the different areas and read about all the lore and everything that's around and stuff like that. So it's very, very cool, to say the least. I highly advise checking it out. Now, with that being said and done, now that this is back on track, let's get into our number 4, which is, of course, for those RPG lovers and stuff, the battle. Now, battles are really well done. You can actually have full-on scale wars, which is pretty awesome to say the least. You pick some different things from like formation to charging, things of that nature. Then you get like these main kind of like story battles and stuff. You get different, depending on your decisions throughout the game, you'll get various battles in different areas. The battle is set up really well. You basically, it's set up with a movement and then a action. So you can take your movement, and then you have, each character has their own certain abilities and stuff, from like shield bashing to straight out, you know, regular attacks and stuff. Now the system is done really well because you have 2 things to basically take down in number wise. You have armor, and then you have health, and the more armor you take down, the more you can take off of health in the next hit and stuff like that. So it's a really cool system like that. The math is very easy to learn with. That's also the best thing I like about it too, is when I got in there, because I was coming over from Divinity on the stream and coming into this game. Now Divinity had a lot more to it in terms of like, you know, AP points and things like that stuff. So I was kind of hesitant because on turn-based games, I'm like, oh, I hope they don't do like an AP system and stuff. But nope, they do straight out like almost Baldur's Gate, like, you know, move, attack, ability, stuff like that. So that's really good. And the combat itself is really done. I mean, the art in this reminds me a lot of like, I want to say, I can't remember his name. Oh, Don Bluth. It reminds me a lot of like a Don Bluth style, and it just really shouts out. I love the art in this game. So anyway, that's number 4. Let's go to number 5, which is our last one, and that's choices. So you get a lot of choices to pick through this game, in terms of when you're in villages to when you're just out in the landscape and walking across. Like little things will just pop up, from like someone fighting in the caravan, and what do you want to do, to someone just coming up and being like, hey, let me join you and stuff. The choices really have a big impact on the story too, because like certain things that you might turn around and go, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but certain things you might be like, oh yeah, let's do this, and then all of a sudden near the end of the game you're like, oh crap, no, I didn't want to do that. So with that being said, the choices really do affect the game itself. There's a lot of good ones to pick from, everything from even who's going into combat to, you know, what's going to end up happening throughout the storyline and stuff like that. So all in all, definitely good. So I don't normally do a point system at all, and I really don't rely on point systems. I think I'm just going to go with basically this is my word as an RPG lover, as a Norse and Celtic lover. I would say give this game a shot. Check it out. I think you will absolutely be pleased with it. There's a part 2 being made, which I'm hoping to check out at PAX East, which will be really awesome. And yeah, beyond that, I definitely give Banner Saga a huge 2 thumbs up in my end, or a storm, I don't know, a lightning strike, whatever it might be. But as we always do at the end of the video too, I want to throw a question out there. What does this game remind you of in terms of something you've played before, or is this a game that definitely you would like to jump on and check out and stuff like that? Let me know in the comment section below. To me, it was a game that like basically called me as soon as I first heard about it, because I'm very big, like I said, into Norse and Celtic culture. So when I saw this, it was like, yeah, had to go do it and stuff. In terms of what it reminds me of, it's actually kind of hard, because it doesn't really remind me of anything. There's a lot of different features in the game that are from different RPGs and stuff that just really call out and stuff. And it's its own unique game in its own way. There's a lot of surprises I didn't expect when I went to play it. So, but anyway, it's definitely storm approved, with lightning bolts and thunder flying everywhere. And with that being said, though, I'm out of here. This is Top 5 Reasons to Play the Banner Saga. I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, as you can see down below in the video itself, come on over to our stream at Twitch and become part of the Storm Knights to check out games like this and such, because we do all RPGs and stuff. Also, check me out on Twitter, and you can basically keep up to date on the news, on when games are being, you know, when we're going to stream certain games, and when videos are coming out and stuff like that. And of course, if you're new to the channel, I always got to throw this out. Give me a subscribe if you could, please, and hit that like button, because it always helps out the channel. It helps the stream out, and it's just, you know, it's trying to live the dream, baby. That's all. But anyway, this is Elemental Storm. I'm out of here. Huzzah! I'll talk to you in another video.